So we will get you the latest on this story, but I also want to get you the latest from the Prime Minister's meeting. It is a mega outreach to leaders in Jammu and in Kashmir at the 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, that is the Prime Minister's residence. You have 14 leaders from Jammu and Kashmir interacting with the Prime Minister. Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, Dr. Jitendra Singh, is moderating this session. What we are also being told is that there was a brief introductory presentation that was made about development activity in Jammu and Kashmir after the defanging of Article 370. There you see earlier images of Farooq Abdullah, the NC patron of the National Conference. Well, he said he's not here to talk about Pakistan. He's not here to peddle any other agenda. He said if Mehbooba Mufti is talking about Pakistan, she is talking about the agenda of her party. He insists that he's here to talk to his Prime Minister about the road ahead in Jammu and Kashmir and of course the restoration of Article 370. The People's Alliance for Gupkar Declaration, the PAGD parties, all of them say they want the restoration of Article 370, which means revert to pre-August 5, 2019 scenario. Parties from Jammu, especially the Bharatiya Janata Party, says there is no question of going back to pre-August 5, 2019. They, of course, are also talking about equal representation for the people of south of Pir Panjal. So whether it's Jammu, Poonch, Rajouri, Doda, Kishtwar, Ramban, and all these areas, Udhampur, south of Pir Panjal, they want better representation and equal representation. What emerges from these talks? Well, you have the Home Secretary who will also be making a presentation on the security scenario. You have the Home Minister who's a part of this meeting. Parties from Kashmir will put forward their agenda and what they are hearing from the people in the valley. Parties from Jammu will talk about what they hear from Jammu. And these are the first images that are emerging from inside 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. The first images, there you see leaders interacting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That's Ghulam Nabi Azad flanked by both Farooq Abdullah and Mehbooba Mufti, and that's the picture that the leaders took together. Pictures that have just been put out. Farooq Abdullah made a presentation immediately after the Prime Minister. The Home Minister, the National Security Advisor, they're all apart next to Mehbooba Mufti. And of course, in this image, you also see Omar Abdullah and Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office. I want to cut across to Paulami Saha for more on these images. So, Paulami, we see the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir standing next to the Prime Minister, the Home Minister with him, and of course, Mehbooba Mufti in these images. So, a cordial icebreaker. This meeting perhaps can be seen as an icebreaker, Paulami?
That's right. Those first images are now coming in from inside 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. The Prime Minister meeting with leaders from Jammu and Kashmir after the centre extended an invitation for them to come to New Delhi and discuss issues for the progress and development of Jammu and Kashmir. This is definitely an icebreaker meeting, Gaurav, because this is the first such outreach that has happened between the centre and the leaders from Jammu and Kashmir, prominent political leaders from parties in Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, some of them who were incarcerated in sub-jails in Jammu and Kashmir in the wake of the abrogation of Article 370 on August 5, 2019. So this is definitely that first move which has been made by the centre in order to, of course, break the ice, thaw in the relations between New Delhi and Srinagar specifically. It, of course, will be interesting to find out what exactly was discussed. Like we've been telling our viewers, the Home Secretary has made a presentation. Dr. Jitendra Singh, MOS, in the Prime Minister's office, has also made the welcome remarks. The Prime Minister is also expected to make opening remarks, followed by remarks being made by all of the political leaders who are present in that meeting. So it will be very interesting to see what they had to say and what was the centre's proposal behind this invite, which was of course extended to these political leaders. Obviously, like I said, the centre, and you can see from those images which have come in from 7 LKM, 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, it is of course the Prime Minister's gesture and the central government's gesture, an olive branch being extended to these political leaders in order to of course take Jammu and Kashmir forward.
How will Jammu and Kashmir be taken forward is the big issue here. I also want to bring in Rahul Srivastav. Rahul, has these first images of the meeting inside 7 Lok Kalyan Marg come in, the Prime Minister flanked by the Home Minister on one side, and you have the LG on the other side, then Farooq Abdullah. Extremely interesting the way the Prime Minister is interacting with all of them. Is this a crucial icebreaker, Rahul?
Yes, Gaurav. Gaurav, you see in the last few days, there have been incidents where the subversive and terror elements have tried to mark their presence, and perhaps in an attempt to create a scenario in which they saying that we are a reality in Jammu and Kashmir. The fact is that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, standing flanked by Mehbooba Mufti, Farooq Abdullah, Omar Abdullah, Jiten Singh, the governor of the UTs, I think that's a great Kodak moment that India is sending across, not just as far as the domestic audience is concerned, but internationally, Gaurav. This is what India perhaps will like to tell everybody, that yes, there was a disruption, a derailment as far as the democratic character of Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, but an exercise is on in which the democratically elected central government is trying to engage with the democratically leaders of the past of Jammu and Kashmir, political stakeholders, to find a democratic future for Jammu and Kashmir. I think this one picture tells us, send across perhaps a million messages to the people across the country. Beyond that, Gaurav, if you see the unanimity with which the people have come to the meeting, there have been no jarring notes in which they have said that you agree to this, otherwise we will not come for this meeting. This sense of cohesion, though Mehbooba Mufti might have said, let's involve Pakistan, the government is talking to Taliban in Doha, all those factors there that Mr. Farooq Abdullah says, no, I will talk to my country and my Prime Minister first. These are the fact that they all are there is, I think, a huge icebreaker and perhaps a giant leap, a small step but a giant leap as far as restoration of normal democratic exercise in Jammu and Kashmir is concerned.
But Poulomi, these are going to be very small steps because there are major contentious issues between the centre and the leaders of the valley, especially on Article 370 and 35A. And this could well be a dialogue of the deaf, because is there a middle ground? The centre says there is no way that they're going to relook either Article 370 or 35A. No going back to pre-5th August 2019 situation is what sources tell India Today.
Well, Gaurav, you cannot expect a major breakthrough out of this meeting. This is obviously, like we've been discussing, this is an icebreaker of a meeting, an invitation extended by the central government to come to New Delhi to these 14 political leaders and attend a meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where the central government puts before these leaders exactly what they have done so far vis-a-vis Jammu and Kashmir, what their plans are for Jammu and Kashmir in the future. So we're not expecting any sort of big breaking headline coming out of this meeting, but this is a headline in itself. That image that you're seeing after 2 years, finally New Delhi and Srinagar meet, and there is a meeting that is underway right now. Of course, it will be very interesting to find out what those details are. What did each political leader of the 14 political leaders from Jammu and Kashmir who are present in that meeting have to say in this meeting? What did the Prime Minister have to say? What sort of assurances did the Prime Minister have to give them in order to, of course, break the ice between Delhi and Srinagar? So that is going to be extremely important. And obviously, the government is emboldened by the fact that, as far as assembly elections are concerned, since we've been talking about it, that the whole delimitation exercise is building and paving the way way towards the holding of assembly elections in the future, possibly early next year. The fact is that the government is emboldened by the fact that the DDC polls happened at the end of last year, and they happened in an environment where all participated. So, of course, they feel emboldened by that process. They feel emboldened by the exercise, which has been started as well. Obviously, not everyone participated in the exercise, the delimitation exercise, but even those who are participating in that delimitation exercise, who are, of course, conducting that exercise downwards from Justice Ranjana Desai, everyone hopes that after this meeting, those who are to be at the table, as far as the Delimitation Commission and this exercise is concerned, will be back at the table.
I'll come to delimitation in just a moment, because that's extremely crucial. That perhaps may just hold the key on the road ahead. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is chairing this crucial all-party meeting with leaders of Jammu and Kashmir. This meeting started at 3 p.m. at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. There are 4 former Jammu and Kashmir chief ministers here. So you have Farooq Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, Omar Abdullah and Ghulam Nabi Azad. They're present. There are 4 deputy chief ministers. There are leaders of political parties, the Congress, the BJP, the left, the NC, the PDP. They're all there as part of this meeting. Major demand of Gupkar Alliance leaders is the restoration of Article 370. They also want a roadmap for elections to be held and, of course, return of statehood to Jammu and Kashmir. However, they said they are here for these talks with an open mind. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Union Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office and MP from Jammu and Kashmir, Dr. Jitendra Singh, the Lieutenant Governor, Manoj Sinha, they're all a part of this meeting. And this is the first such political exercise after 370, Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 5th of August 2019. Now, let's also listen in to the NC chief, Farooq Abdullah, his first comment just before this meeting. He spoke exclusively to India Today.
तरफ जा रहा हूँ।
तो क्या डिमांड्स हैं आपके?
पीछे रखिए इसको। डिमांड हम वहाँ रखेंगे और उसके बाद आपसे बात करें।
लेकिन बार-बार जो महबूबा जी ने कहा कि पाकिस्तान से बात की जानी चाहिए, क्या आप इस बात से सहमत हैं सर?
तो पीछे भाई।
तो महबूबा जी
देखिए, महबूबा जी प्रेसिडेंट है अपनी पार्टी की, उनको हक है जो बोलने का। मैं उसके बारे में क्यों कहूँ? तो उनने कहा, मैं क्यों कहूँ?
आपके एजेंडे क्या है?
मेरा जो एजेंडा है मैं वहाँ से बात करके आपको बताऊँ।
Rahul Srivastava, would this be seen perhaps as fissures within the Gupkar alliance where Mehbooba Mufti bats for a dialogue with Pakistan and Farooq Abdullah says that may be her view, her party's agenda. He is here to talk to the Prime Minister and listen to the Prime Minister.
Gaurav, Farooq Abdullah is a very savvy politician. Right now, what Mr. Farooq Abdullah knows are very 2 strong elements why he's taking a stand which is at variance with what Mehbooba Mufti says. One, Mr. Farooq Abdullah is a natural loser, political loser, because of the PDP's proximity to the strident elements in the Kashmir region. Now, that proximity hurts Dr. Farooq Abdullah. And if this strident element does get involved, then Farooq Abdullah and his party's relevance does get diminished. The second very important element is that post 5th of August 2019, the manner in which leaders were put under house arrest, and that the way the centre has gone ahead with a virtual iron fist, ensuring, despite a lot of criticism, Gaurav, that it is carrying out a certain exercise, developmental, jurisdictional, administrative and others. Say, for example, reservation for SCs, OBCs, women, 1/3 reservation in Panchayat and others. All these are measures and steps which have been taken, which could not be taken for the last 70, 75, 4 years. And these steps have been taken. Now, with the changed terms of engagement and the centre very firm, somewhere Mr. Farooq Abdullah realizes that aligning with the centre or the centre's line of thought could well be beneficial in the long run for the national conference. And that is why the savvy politician in him is not taking a line which is at huge variance to what the centre is objecting. He's trying to say that I am going in with an open mind. he also knows, Gaurav, one very important point, that as the talks process continues, there will be more attempt by the subversive and terror elements to derail the talks. And he knows that that actually could be a dangerous point. And that is why he is following a middle path, keeping the doors open for negotiation. It helps his position as the head of the alliance also. Remember, Gaurav, if the alliance head keeps the door open with the center, the talks go longer, the eminence of Farooq Abdullah will get showcased much better. And that is why I say the savvy politician in him is playing his cards well.
He indeed does appear to be, and what's also very heartening to see is that voices that are seen as very close to a proxy state of terror, those proxy voices are completely missing here, or missing to a very large extent. But is this a new dawn? India Today's Pooja Shali explains the stance of the Gupkar Alliance, Jammu and the centre. Take a look.
It is Mission Kashmir 2.0, but importantly, there are two different stands being taken. One by the government looking at elections now as a Naya Kashmir, and one the old leadership and their stand. So what is the difference? First, the Gupkar Alliance, which is the Kashmir-based Netas, they want to restore Article 370, but we all know clearly that is not on the agenda. Government has already said they're not going to go back on that historic decision. Again, the Gupkar Alliance has demanded a full statehood. The government has said they are looking at it in the future. Home Minister Amit Shah has said that there is a possibility that the statehood will return to Jammu and Kashmir. Gupkar Alliance's demand, release the separatist Netas who are still behind bars. The government stand is that for now, this is not part of the agenda. So what all will these Kashmiri Netas going to say today? What will the Jammu-based leaders say at the meeting to the Prime Minister, to the Home Minister, to the NSA? And what will the government respond?
Paulami Saha with me on the story. So Paulami Saha and Rahul Srivastava both with me. And Paulami, when it comes to parties in Kashmir, now they are saying that we want pre-August 5, 2019 situation, special status, Article 370, 35A, BJP and the centre, they seem to indicate that's not on the table at all. So how do they then move forward from the maximalist position here, and then what happens in this meeting?
Present in that meeting will be making, including of course the PDP,
will be making, including of course the PDP, including of course Jammu and Kashmir Apni Party. There are others who will be making that demand. That is of course an absolute no-no as far as the central government is concerned. The central government has categorically stated that there is no looking back on the decision taken on August 5th, 2019. There won't be any restoration of Article 370 and 35A. As far as that logjam, hence as a result that they will hit, it will only be for the government to smoothen out the process towards the assembly elections and gain the confidence of the political parties, telling them that there will be a very fair and free election that will be held, and the whole delimitation exercise is not trying to in a way create a skewed situation which will favor Jammu over Kashmir, or is looking at any sort of creating some sort of a prejudice in the process. That is not the agenda. The agenda is to of course go through with delimitation, because that as a process happened last in Jammu and Kashmir in 1995. To make that happen again this time round in order to of course reflect the population since then, and of course their topography in terms of their distribution, the density of it as well. Of course there are some reservations which have been raised by people like Haseeb Drabu, former finance minister of Jammu and Kashmir, who said that as far as the process of delimitation is concerned, the exercise which is happening right now, this is happening on the basis of the 2001 census and not the 2011 census. They also believe that if the central government in itself has already decided that the number of seats is to go up from 107 to 114, then it is the centre which has already taken the decision. What is the point of the delimitation commission if that is not going to take those decisions and is only going to implement what the centre has already decided?
Very, very interesting times ahead. Will this be a Naya Jammu and Kashmir, with Jammu saying we will not play second fiddle to Kashmir. We are not the poor country cousins. We are equal partners in this road to development. We'll track that story very closely. But is there also a split in the Gupkar alliance? Are they divided on talks with Pakistan? Now, NC patron Farooq Abdullah, he distanced himself from Mehbooba Mufti's comments where she batted for dialogue with Pakistan or to make them a stakeholder in the road to peace at this stage. Farooq Abdullah says, Mehbooba Mufti, that maybe Mehbooba Mufti's agenda or the PDP's agenda, it's not his agenda. He said he's not here to talk about Pakistan. He only wants to have a dialogue with the Prime Minister. Let's listen in.
सुधारने इस खिते में अमन लाना है, न सिर्फ जम्मू कश्मीर या हमारे मुल्क के अंदर बल्कि पूरे खिते में, तो इसके बगैर कोई चारा नहीं है।
क्लियर कर दिया, नो
कॉम्प्रोमाइज ऑन दैट। और डायलॉग की बात, हमसे डायलॉग कर रहे हैं। हम कहते हैं कि ये दोहा जाके तालिबान से डायलॉग कर रहे हैं, आपने सुना होगा हमारी गवर्नमेंट। तो जम्मू कश्मीर में डायलॉग करे और सबके साथ करे और पाकिस्तान के साथ भी करे रेजोल्यूशन के लिए।
फारूक साहब, महबूबा मुफ्ती ने कहा कि पाकिस्तान से बात होनी चाहिए, धारा 317 आप ही का गठबंधन तो है।
देखिए, जहाँ तक इंडिविजुअल का सवाल है, वो एक पार्टी की लीडर हैं, वो पार्टी की बात करती हैं, उसमें मैं कुछ नहीं कह सकता क्योंकि उनका एजेंडा अपना है, मेरा एजेंडा अपना है, दोनों पार्टीज हैं और कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है।
पाकिस्तान की बात लाना बीच में इस मौके पर क्या ठीक आपको लगता है? ऐसे मौके पाकिस्तान की बात नहीं लानी चाहिए?
मैं पाकिस्तान वगैरह की बात नहीं करना चाहता। मुझे अपने वतन से बात करनी है, अपने वतन के प्राइम मिनिस्टर से बात करनी है।